When you make your way back, oh, you got them all? Okay, break's over with. Come on back. Let's gotta complete this meeting. All right, Mr. Bridges.
Yes, sir.
Continue to make your state.
Well, I tell you, can I make an offer?
Go ahead.
Why don't, if it's okay with Mr. Bridges, get a special meeting with me and the attorney and Mr. Bridges and George to try to iron out all the issues, but we don't know the time and how to do it yet, so I have to get with you, get back with you first. I'll have a meeting right up here in the conference room.
Okay.
And we can take minutes of the meeting and everything over here. That way, Daryl only needs one set of information to give us. He can complete his case. We can come up with what we have and what we found out too. And it'll just, would that be fair?
That's fine with me, because I haven't seen anything tonight that changes my opinion.
Well, I just, you know, to be fair to Mr. Darrell and to be fair to everybody here, we can look at papers and papers and papers, and I think Darrell's frustrated at this point, and I don't want him to get any more frustrated. And I think if we just have a calm meeting among ourselves, we might be better off, if that's okay with Mr. Bridges.
Mr. Bridges?
Yes, sir.
What's your agreement?
I gotta go along with Mr. Larry Station, you know better.
All right.
I gotta do it.
All right, well, Mr. Darrell, I'll get back with you on the time and the date, and we'll reserve a couple hours. You know, we're not gonna just do a 10-minute meeting.
Now,
Get it resolved, because from what I'm reading, it said I'm a special exception, and all the information is showing.
all right.
So
Okay.
I just want them to look over the information and determine it.
Now, I'm gonna also add this to the mix, if y'all don't mind. Let's have a secretary,
Oh, she's gonna take a
possible,
minute.
take minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Great, now everybody be permitted to talk. All right, so we're in agreement, y'all meet, so the council cannot meet.
When is it gonna be? Because I'm not allowed to go over there to the.
No, it's gonna be in the chambers.
You give me what dates you can work with today, and then I gotta get with him because he goes to court and everything.
Whatever
So,
day is good for you.
well, we'll get together, try to figure it out, and I'll call you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you,
Thank you.
appreciate you. All right, Mr. City Clerk, what's next?
All right.
All right.
Good evening. My name's Neil Wright. I was
Yes, sir.
born and raised here in Lido, Florida, and I've got a piece of property that I purchased. This is a copy of it. Just pass them on down, please. This property was purchased in 2021 on an as-is basis. It did not come with a survey. It came with a legal description. So immediately after I purchased the property, I had a survey completed, but it took 4 years to get it completed because it took so much time to get it done. I had to go through 3 different surveyors, and finally Mr. Britt from Lake City finished it up. That was the only survey that I'm showing you right there that was on record that anybody had. got the survey right here from Mr. Britt in Lake City. It's a certified survey. And I think Mr. Sessions has a copy of it.
Between me and Mr. Curtis, we do. We've been looking for it. If
And I've
you
got a
will-
copy here in my hand if anybody wants to see it.
Like I said, if you'll tell Britt, I'll go buy another one.
Bottom line is, when a survey was completed, that was the only one that was done. When I completed my survey, it included a house on the survey, on the new survey, that I didn't know was on my property. We've since had that completed and settled, but now, and I've been knowing all this since the survey was completed, and it's only been completed about a year ago, that the cemetery is part of, on my property as well. So I need to settle with the city or whoever owns that cemetery to get it cut out of my property and get me reimbursed for that property in some fashion. And Mr. Sessions and I have talked about a couple different issues, ways that could happen. But bottom line is, the new survey includes a cemetery that the city supposedly owns. I need to get that cemetery out of my property, get cut out of my property, so that I can develop that property. My ideas were to build a multifamily apartment complex on both sides of McGee Street. If everybody knows where McGee Street is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right between two HUD complexes.
Right.
So an apartment complex on both sides of the street on McGee Street, right there between both HUD complexes. And it would be very nice to have a multifamily apartment complex on both sides of the street of McGee Street, or a subdivision. And while I was talking to Mr. Curtis about getting the sewer put in from the city sewer put in, because on Eva Street there's sewer. On Lee Street, there's sewer.
Right.
Between the two streets, between McGee, all the way down McGee, there's not any sewer line, and there's only one water line, and that goes to one house that I own on the Lee Street end of McGee Street. One line, and it's about an 1.5 inch line, water line, that comes all the way from Eva, down the side of the road, and goes to that house right at Lee and McGee Street. That's the only city utilities in the area. And I would like to propose, and I did to Mr. Curtis, that the city put city sewer all the way up and down McGee Street from Eva to Lee, so that that area can be developed either with multifamily or subdivision. And he said, no, I've got to do it. I've got to put the water in. I've got to put the sewer in. I've got to put everything in, the city sewer, everything. But I was born and raised here. I went to Jacksonville, and the city would help contractors over there with taxes or anything like that to help them get buildings built. And I asked him if that would be a possibility. No, that's not a possibility, he said. Bottom line is, I'd like to build a complex building there, or either a subdivision. So, with either grant money or something of that nature. All right. So that's what I'm here tonight for, is to talk to whoever owns the cemetery. I need to get reimbursed for that property that I own of the cemetery, get it cut out of my property, get reimbursed, and it'll be settled.
Is that part of east side?
Yes, sir.
East side. East side cemetery.
And there's corners in the cemetery right now, metal stakes inside the cemetery with flags on them that shows where the corners are. And I'm not the only one that has property that survey revealed that they own part of the cemetery. Mr. Elaine Butler, she owns a very small property right there beside where I own part of the cemetery. So she's got to be reimbursed as well, once they cut that property out of her property.
All right,
And the new survey that Mr. Sessions has reveals that.
All right, City Manager Larry Sessions, on this here, how much property are we talking?
I measured it, and it looks like it's somewhere around a half an acre inside that line versus where the old fence line is from the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, I don't know who the previous owners were. I know that fence has probably been there. I can't tell you who's worked here that's as old as I am, but maybe we'll know how old that fence is, but the fence has probably been there 60 or 70 years. Not to say that Mr. Wright doesn't have a leg to stand on here, but, you know, it's never been brought up before, that I can tell.
It's because there never has been a survey done. And I did the survey.
Okay.
Bring you up to speed, Mr. Jefferson, I just got some maps this afternoon, so I'm gonna be looking into this. We'll need, if the Brit survey, if you could authorize us to get a copy, I can look at that.
You've already got a copy.
We do, but I'd like to go get a fresh one over there. If you'll just allow them for me to go in and buy another one, I'd appreciate it, so he can have a copy
You
too.
want me to purchase it, or you gonna purchase it?
No, I'll purchase it.
So you want council to allow staff to purchase?
Well, we don't need that.
We don't need that, I mean,
I'm just saying, there,
For the city manager and the lawyer to move forward with trying to
Okay,
get this
yeah.
situation resolved and bring it back to us before.
yeah, because I mean, I want to look at dates, how long it's been there, there's some special statutes on cemeteries, and that'll all go into, you know, my final analysis, which probably will take 60, 90 days.
so if you'll tell Brett that I'm gonna come buy one, because I wanna make sure he's got one. So that he's got one in Lake City and I'm over here in Live Oak, we can look at the same one.
My question to you guys, especially to your attorney, is why wasn't there something said about it before I did the survey? It was no
Did you
different.
get a survey when you purchased it?
I just said earlier that there was not a survey when it was closed. I
Well,
did
I'm
a
just
certified survey, and that's what it revealed.
So I've got to look at how long the fence has been there, public uses, and theories of the law as to potential ownership of that property.
I mean, you're looking at it.
Ownership of the cemetery property. Anyway,
That's
it's gonna
you're
take
looking
me.
at it. I own part of that cemetery.
That's fine, there's some legal considerations as to what we may can do or may not can do, I don't know those yet. And so when I get Britt's survey, I'll do some comparisons, and then I'm gonna do some legal research. Probably it'll take 60, 90 days before I can give my client, the city council, an opinion on what their options are. Right now, I do not have that opinion because I just got the one map today.
Okay, the thing that I was talking to Mr. Sessions about was the city owns a lot of different properties, small lots, what have you. I would be willing to either take cash money of $18,000 for what I own of that cemetery, or take a city property that the city owns and swap my cemetery for a city lot somewhere. Is that what I said, Mr.
Yeah, it
Sessions?
is exactly what you said, so I want the council here, that's why I asked for you to be on the agenda to come up and explain your side of it.
Is there any question?
Are you waiting for us for a response?
I'm asking if there's any question about anything I've said.
I'll begin my task.
Yeah.
Just tell Mr. Britt that we need to come by and buy one, and then I'll take that to his office.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, thank you, sir. All right, what's next?
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
next item, discussion possible action, resolution 2025-42.
All right.
Will the attorney lead?
Yes.
All right, City Council Resolution Number 2025-42. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Florida, authorizing the execution of an amendment to the traffic signal maintenance and compensation agreement with the State of Florida Department of Transportation and providing for an effective date.
All right, Ms. Sessions, you need to make any comments on this?
No, it's just something that we do with them all the time, the DOT, for maintaining these intersections and the maintenance of the lights and things.
So we don't need public comments or anything? on this. So I need a,
I make a motion that we accept, resolution 2025-42.
all right, now it's open up for discussion.
None.
All right. All in favor say aye. All right. Next.
All right, the next one is 2025-43, City Council Resolution number 2025-43, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Florida, approving and authorizing the execution of a railroad reimbursement agreement, grade crossing traffic control devices, municipal within the State of Florida Department of Transportation and Florida Gulf and Atlantic Railroad LLC, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing for effectiveness.
This is just another one of those agreements with them so they can maintain our railroad crossings.
That's for Mussy Avenue.
Yeah, the one on Mussy.
All
When
right.
I came to work this morning, they were there.
All right. I need a motion and a second.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 2025-43.
All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Okay.
In that contract, it states that once that they are finished, that we are responsible for paying 50% of any repairs that are needed. Is that customary?
I don't know that it's customary, but I also had a meeting with them on the phone recently where they want to shut down a couple of our crossings. And I think their concern is that it costs them too much to maintain them. And JL and I both told them that we don't want to shut down any crossings in Live Oak. As I think everybody can remember, was it Friday that the train was in town for about an hour plus? You know, I don't want to close any of these intersections down, but I think it's a DOT cost-saving measure to shut one down and then later on try to get us to pay for things.
There are several places in that contract where they're pushing the cost onto the city.
Yeah, they're costing to build, I mean, go.
Right, they're gonna
Building
build
it,
it.
and then they're reimbursed by FDOT, and then FDOT wants us, and I think it's the railroad, if I remember that contract right, will split any maintenance cost in the future. That way, it gets replaced, brought up to date, and then if it's maintained, it'll stay open.
Right, we're saying 50%, that if there's whatever repairs, that we will be responsible for 50% of those repairs, and then there's some additional stuff that they're saying that we would end up paying for if things happen. But the question is that something, I mean, do we have a choice? Or do we just have to accept this because they put that out here?
Yeah, I don't know what the past had in it. I do know that I got on to them pretty hard about their maintenance because we were discussing this, and I told them that I see a guy at Mussy almost once a week, and yet Mussy's one of the worst crossings that we have. And he gets on and off, you know how they take their trucks and get on the tracks and off the tracks. He does it there almost weekly. I said, well, you'd think he would notice this repair right there. I mean, I told him that on our Zoom call. And then they backed off when we called them back about having another meeting. They said, well, we're not ready yet. So I don't know where they're headed with this. You can do what you want to do with this particular resolution. I'm not happy with my answers from them about closing down these crossings. I think they need to do more for us.
Yeah, because there's so is it possible that we can table this or bring this back up after you look into it more as to finding out these expenses that will be pushed on to us?
We don't need to pass this tonight.
Okay.
You have staff confirm with them that if we don't enter into an agreement that they're not going to upgrade Mussy, and they may tell us that's true, we won't upgrade it without the agreement, or they may tell us without the agreement that we may close Mussy.
Well, wasn't there a lady in a wheelchair stuck in that same Mussy
I don't know that.
railroad? Yes, she was. She got her wheelchair stuck in there. and couldn't get her out.
So as I understand it, the question essentially is, if we don't enter, a question to FDOT and the railroad is,
Right.
if we don't enter into the agreement and agree to pay half of the cost, what's gonna happen to the Mussey crossing?
Yeah, I think,
That's what you're wanting to
right, I
answer.
think that looking into this contract a little bit more, that staff should do that, and so that we can have a better decision about how our money is going to be spent.
Did we have a motion to?
Yeah, we did withdraw
All right, so we need to withdraw the motion in the second, and then a motion to table.
Did we get one?
Did I?
I'll withdraw. You got the motion.
I withdraw my motion.
Now I'll draw the second.
All right.
All right, give me a new motion.
Make a motion that this resolution be tabled.
Second.
All right, we're probably moving second. Any other discussion? We're probably moving second that we will table, item number F, concerning 2025 resolution 43. All right, what's next, Mr. Gill?
City Council Resolution number 2025-44. I'm gonna read it with the blanks and then bring the correspondence you had on your desk to your attention. A resolution of the City Council, City of Live Oak, Florida, accepting a bid from blank related to the natural gas anode beds and rectifiers project, providing for the award and execution of a contract, and providing for an effective date. So the order we would need motions would be, you have your memorandum indicating one responsible bid from Southern Cathodic Protection, the amount of $141,390. Staff recommended approval. So if the council agrees with staff's recommendation, need a motion to award the bid to Southern Cathodic Protection for that amount of money. If that passes, we then can move to consideration of the associated resolution. But we need to award the bid first before we pass the resolution.
Make a motion that we award the bid to
Southern Catholic.
Southern Catholic Protection.
All right, been probably moving second that we award this bid to Southern blah, blah, blah.
An amount of $141,390.
Y'all heard the
An
amount?
amount of $141,390.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
I've read